young demon armor hunter Duck, due to his naturally short stature, is despised by his father, Neo. In the culture of the Yao family, which reveres strength, being weak is considered a sin. The very existence of the weak is seen as a desecration of the clan's honor. As the clan leader, Neo can no longer tolerate the presence of his frail son. Fortunately, Duck's older brother, Kui, has always taken care of him. Kui has completed the hunting trial and obtained his own invisibility device, officially becoming a member of the clan. Over the years, K has participated in many hunts and has earned the respect of others as a hunter. However, his younger brother Duck remains weak and has yet to complete his first hunt. Their father, Nyor, ultimately orders Kui to kill Duck, believing that Duck is a disgrace to the clan and that only his death can restore honor. However, Kui defies his father's command and decides to train Duck himself. He aims to cultivate Duck into a hunter worthy of the clan, helping him complete his first hunt to prove his value to their father and save his brother's life. After discussing with Kui, Duck decides to travel to the most dangerous death planet in the universe, Star, to hunt and ride the legendary beast, Shasha, to complete his hunting trial. Just as the brothers prepare to head to Star, their father, Neo, suddenly leaves. He again orders Kui to dispose of his weak and detestable brother. I chance Duck's blood to bring glory to the clan. Kui then decides to risk his life for Duck, seeking an opportunity to prove himself. Kui attacks their father to cover Duck's escape into the spaceship. Ultimately, the disobedient Kui is defeated by Nor, and Duck witnesses his brother being killed by their father while trying to protect him. Duck is sent to Star by the autopilot of the spaceship, beginning his life-risking hunting trial. This marks the beginning of the Predator's prey story. Ace have long hoped that since the movie is titled Predator, the Predator should be the main character, rather than depicting a group of humans fighting back against the Predator. This time, Brain Eater Prey fully satisfies that wish, with the entire film centered around the Predator. Moreover, there are no living humans in the film. It features only biomechanical beings created by the Wayland Corporation and dangerous alien creatures. Young Hunter Duck's dialogue is filled with tension and emotion. Personally, I found Prey quite satisfying. The film not only delivers continuous action, but also interestingly depicts the growth and transformation of the main character. Thus, Prey has completely broken away from the previous story templates of the Predator series. It does not follow the typical plot of human protagonists being hunted by alien predators and then finding ways to fight back. Instead, it unfolds like a comic book, telling the story of a young Yao family member's growth and the establishment of his own clan, due to the presence of humanoid characters in Prey being biomechanical beings. This film, filled with numerous violent scenes, surprisingly did not receive an R rating but was rated PRB-13. This is quite refreshing and seems to be a deliberate choice by director Dan Trachtenberg's team. They can create some truly spectacular battle scenes without any reservations, while also broadening the audience for the film. This is the first live-action Predator movie set in the future. It also has close ties with the Weyland-Yutani Corporation from the Alien series. The biomechanical beings in the film clearly have some understanding of the Yao family, as their database contains their language. They can communicate without barriers and are aware that these alien hunters despise the weak, which raises the question of why Dirk, who is short in stature, has not been eliminated as a disgrace by the clan. According to an interview with director Dan Trachtenberg, to avoid affecting the timeline of the Alien universe, they set the story of Prey in the future after Alien Bond. This means that the Weyland-Yutani Corporation has already been acquired by Walmart. It can be inferred that the group of Weyland biomechanical beings conducting research on Star might be a remnant faction of the corporation, continuing biochemical experiments in these remote worlds. Prey further expands the Predator universe, delving into the internal culture of the Yao family, much like many comic book works, while attempting to present the rough cartoonish expressions in a more realistic manner. Some believe this is a significant success. If this EP does not expand its universe and continues to replicate the previous storylines of mysterious alien hunters hunting the protagonist group, only to be countered by the strong members of that group, then one day people will grow tired of Prey. The story does not take place on Earth, but on a wildly ecological death planet, Star, which is home to many dangerous and deadly local creatures. The film's production team designed many ecological interactions between the flora and fauna of this planet, creating a world that is both perilous and vibrant. After watching, I even thought that if a fully grown alien were thrown onto this death planet, it will still face challenges when encountering other predators there. Next, I will introduce you to this fascinating death planet, Gienah Star, and the interesting flora and fauna that inhabit it. Gienah Star originated 62 billion years ago and is surrounded by a ring of rocky debris. The local gravity is similar to that of Earth, and it features jungles, rivers, lakes, and towering mountains, with lush vegetation. In this environment, a series of extremely dangerous local wildlife exists. This is a world where only the strongest can survive, and all creatures are caught in a cycle of hunting and being hunted. Each species has evolved various lethal techniques in this fiercely competitive environment, making it a hostile world. Even the most seasoned Yao family hunters could easily lose their lives on Gienah Star due to a small mistake. This unique ecosystem has attracted the attention of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. About 2 years before the events of Predator Prey, the company dispatched a fully armed research team composed entirely of biological beings to this death planet to study its flora and fauna. After initial assessments, the company quickly determined that ordinary human researchers would meet a dead end on Gienah Star, as the myriad dangerous species would swiftly devour any living beings that landed there. Therefore, they deployed a team consisting entirely of biological beings. The creature that most interests the company's higher-ups is designated as XX40522, named Sasha by the biological researchers. This giant beast can grow to an enormous size, towering several stories high. Its body is covered in long black spikes, with expandable jaws, lined with sharp teeth. It has strong limbs and moves quickly, while the flexible tail ends in long tentacles that can strike and entangle prey. Its most unique feature is its incredibly powerful regenerative ability. Even if its limbs are severed, its organs are removed, or its head is decapitated, Sasha can regenerate new tissue within seconds, restoring its body to its original state. This almost freakish, regenerative ability makes it the top predator on Gienah Star. Dog's father, Neo, as the clan leader, has fought against Sasha before, and that experience even instilled fear in this battle-hardened Diao clan leader. As traditional hunting methods cannot truly kill Sasha, any damage inflicted by conventional attack can be healed by this beast's powerful self-healing abilities. Of course, if we set aside hunting, there are ways to kill Sasha using technology, but the company's biological team aims to uncover the secrets of regeneration hidden within this creature's body. The space hunters, on the other hand, seek to gain glory by hunting it. Therefore, these factions do not simply aim to kill it. The most important task for the biological team deployed on Gienah Star is to capture alive Sasha and return it to the company's research facilities on other planets for thorough study. This creature also exhibits a certain level of social behavior. They accept members of their group by spitting saliva on them. They possess considerable intelligence and can collaborate in hunting. During their juvenile stage, Sasha's size is not as large, but they have very sturdy shells on their backs that can withstand the bites of other predators on the planet. Juvenile Sasha can also curl into a ball and roll rapidly to move. In summary, with their fierce nature and mysterious biological characteristics, Sasha is both the ultimate target for their family hunters and a valuable subject for human scientific research. These super predators dominate the ecosystem of Gienah Star and are considered one of the deadliest and hardest creatures to kill in this world. The primary prey of Sasha on Gienah Star is a massive creature known as the giant horned bison. These bison are unique to this death planet, characterized by their large size and strong vitality. Their massive bodies are supported by a dense skeletal structure, covered in thick armor-like skin. This exoskeleton can also merge to protect their heads. In battle, they charge at enemies like an unstoppable battering ram. Giant horned bison mainly inhabit the grasslands of Gienah Star, but the grass-like plants there are also formidable. These plants, known as razor grass, have hard, sharp, white leaves that can easily cut and pierce the skin of ordinary creatures. However, the powerful digestive system of the giant horned bison has evolved to allow them to feed on razor grass. Typically, they rely on their thick skin and armor to live among the razor grass, protecting themselves from predators with thinner skin. Hunters who land on Gienah Star to hunt often enjoy using the bison's armor material to craft armor and hunting knives as trophies after successfully hunting them. The meat from the bison is also edible. In the valleys of Gienah Star, there is another dangerous plant called the spike cactus. This plant has spines that secrete paralyzing venom. When any creature approaches or noise occurs nearby, the spike cactus will rapidly expand and explode, launching its venomous spines outward. Creatures stuck by these spines quickly fall into a paralyzed state, with smaller animals even being killed outright. The exploded remains of the spike cactus will quickly grow a second layer, and those paralyzed prey may die, providing nutrients for the spike cacti. The remains will also attract other animals, creating a death trap laid by the plants. Another creature in the valley, the long-tailed owl, employs a similar survival strategy to the spike cactus. These flying creatures, resembling pterosaurs, build nests on high ground near the spike cacti. When they spot cautious prey attempting to cross the spike cactus area, they intentionally drop stones in front of the prey, causing the spike cacti to wildly shoot out their venomous spines to trouble the target. Then they swoop down from the air to swiftly capture the prey and take it back to their nest. However, as the saying goes, there is an antidote for every poison. This saying also applies in the natural world of Ginastar. In fact, a flower growing near the spike cacti has the effect of neutralizing the venom from the spines. This flower blooms due to the venom that spills from the spike cacti when they explode, allowing it to counteract the poison. In the forested areas of Ginastar, there are also many predatory plants and animals. The vine monster is a widely distributed predator found in the woods. This vine-like creature has a plant-like appearance, appearing harmless as it clings to trees. However, this is merely a disguise. Once prey approaches, these vines spring into action to ambush the unsuspecting targets. The biological team's pulse rifles and the various weapons of the Yao family hunters can effectively kill the vine monsters. But these creatures usually appear in large numbers. Therefore, the best response when facing these attackers is not to kill them all, but to leave the wooded area immediately, as the hunting range of these vine monsters is limited to forested areas. In the woods, there is also a more dangerous predator known as the Luna worm. The Luna worm is enormous, with a round body and three-star tentacle-like limbs, as well as a tail. They are land-dwelling carnivores, similar to octopuses, capable of moving between trees using their strong limbs. When hunting on the ground, Luna worms can also enter the plains. Typically, they hang from tall trees, dropping long, snake-like appendages from their mouths to catch passing small prey. When fighting them, targeting their unprotected backs is the best strategy. The poison eel is another dangerous creature that lives near waterfalls and streams. When intruders enter their territory, the poison eels will swarm and attack, spraying corrosive acid at the invaders. This acid can instantly dissolve the mechanical components of battle-ready, biological beings. However, these small creatures love to eat a type of plant seed, and if food is thrown, the poison eels will immediately abandon their pursuit to scramble for the food. In the film, the young hunter duck, who has been tempered by the harsh environment of Ginastar, even manages to tame a poison eel using bait, allowing it to perch on his shoulder as a living weapon that automatically attacks enemies. Near some water sources, there may also be a peculiar creature known as the exploding worm. This worm might be a larval form of some insect, and when stimulated, its body undergoes violent mutations, turning into a small living bomb that explodes. Anyone nearby will be injured by the explosion. Later, this creature is also captured by Dub, along with the spike cactus. Aside from these small worms, Ginastar is also home to a giant worm that coils around the rocky walls, referred to as the Owlkeeper by director Dan Trachtenberg. However, the protagonists in the film do not interact directly with this giant creature. It only appears once as a background element. It is said that the inspiration for this creature comes from the 1982 fantasy film The Never-Ending Story, which features a giant stone-eating creature of the same name. The presence of these extraordinary creatures makes Ginastar a hunting ground filled with challenges for the Yao family clan and a treasure trove for the company's research team. It is also a hell for the weak. In addition to the creatures we have introduced, there are certainly more interesting predators on Ginastar. The success of Predator Prey will undoubtedly lead to the development of more related setting. Currently, an official prequel comic detailing the story of Duck and Kui has been released. Let us look forward to the upcoming Predator works. That concludes today's program. See you next time. Hey!